Coin and Collectibles Convention.
Hi, good morning. Can you hear me okay?
They can hear you very well. The entire convention floor hears you.
Okay, well, I'm sorry, what did you say, Scott?
The entire convention floor hears you.
That's not a good thing. I kind of a raspy voice, you know.
But a very booming voice right now with the booming microphone we're using.
If you say so. Okay. All right, so you had a question for me about the signatures? Yeah, I was told, I'm not even sure, I didn't even see one at the show. In fact, if you can get one for me, Scott, my son would like one. I believe everyone that has a table got one as well, but I couldn't stay until today, so I wasn't sure what the plan was. I know I signed 1,000. I normally don't sign anything, but I did it really to promote the show and Larry and Coin World and Rick Amos. I don't know what to say. There's really not much to say about it.
Well, tell us how many times in the past you've autographed coins that appear in holders.
Well, this is the first time.
All right, so this is the first and only time. This is a historic moment for our audience today for what you've done with these coins.
Well, I don't know about historic. I'm kind of overplaying it, but I mean, look, I would say it's not something I have a habit of doing because I think it's somewhat embarrassing for me to do it. But calling it historic, I think, is a little much. You know.
So, what are the coins that are in the holders?
I didn't see the coins. I just signed the label. So I was told there was a new piece of Morgan dollars.
Yes.
Dated
So I'm looking now. I see a 2024 Peace Dollar, CAC Proof 67 Cameo, first day of delivery, John Albanese, and I see a 2024 CAC Proof 67 DCAM Peace Dollar. So I see here two very beautiful Peace Dollars with your name on the front of the holder and with your signature on the back of the holder.
Okay.
So how many signatures did you sign?
I was told there was a production of 10,000. They sent me about 1,400 labels. Fortunately, because I signed the first 250 incorrectly. I signed the wrong side of the label. So that was a problem.
That's actually not a problem. That would be a collector's item if those were sold on eBay.
Well, because I didn't read the directions, so that's typical of me, right? So when I saw the directions, they said sign it like this, and they had the name John Smith on there. So I signed the first 20 of them John Smith, and then I realized I should probably sign my name. So it took me a while to figure it out, but I did figure it out, and I believe there's 1,000. So.
Excellent. So, John, I'm going to ask you to stand by. You were one of the very first slides in our presentation today, talking about CAC. Who here would consider himself a collector or investor of coins? Any hands? Now, who here considers himself just a solid collector? You buy coins for the artistic and cultural. Good for you. And who here would consider himself to be a pure investor? You buy coins, you want to make a profit, you want to just put $500,000. Yes, sir, may I please have your telephone number? Make sure that you get a few coins. Very good. So we're going to be addressing all of this today, and John Albanese is on standby for when his slide and his photograph come up. Who here has ever bought a coin with a CAC green sticker on it? Wow, look at this. Even a Coin World staffer, she has her hand up there. Everyone. Who here has never bought a CAC coin with a sticker? Wow. And does anybody here have in his or her collection any CAC slab coins? The new C? No, a lot of shaking heads. You have one. What do you have, sir? Come up here and we'll give you a coin, too, for telling us. Wait a minute here. This is a special occasion. Would you like a Peace Dollar or a Morgan Dollar with John Albanese's signature? Which one would you like? The Peace or the Morgan? All right, you'll get a Morgan Dollar. So tell us about the coin you bought.
Well, I have submitted several coins through their grading service. So I have a 1927 Standing Liberty Quarter and AU 58 Plus. I have a Standing Liberty Quarter collection in AU 58, and then I have some at higher grades.
Excellent. A warm round of applause for him. Fabulous. Have you bought any CAC coins? All right, well, you're going to have to then wait it out till you get your coin. We have one earmarked for you with that John Albanese autograph on there. You'll be able to take that home today. But I can't guarantee you if you're going to have a Morgan or a peace dollar, because you don't have a coin in a CAC holder and you get penalized, your coins are in other holders. Okay, so let's move this forward a little bit. Special appreciation to Rick Amos and Larry Shepard. A warm round of applause for them putting together the convention today and for making it possible for you to participate in this educational presentation. Please silence your cell phones and pay careful attention. Gentleman's reaching into his pocket to silence his cell phone. And survival in this marketplace requires the manual. The Coin Collector's Survival Manual is available wherever books are sold, and also available on Google Play, Apple Books, the Kindle, and wherever you can buy ebooks. An important message and disclaimer: I may have a financial or other interest in some or all of the products, coins, or organizations featured or discussed in this seminar, and I am one of approximately 150 founders of CAC Grading, LLC. I am not engaged in rendering legal, accounting, or financial services, as each individual is unique. Legal, accounting, and financial advice should be addressed to appropriate professionals. The coin buyer spectrum. We talked before about how many of you are collectors, and we talked also about how many of you are solidly investors. But collecting and investing are not mutually exclusive. The both are conducive to doing at the same time. It's a very healthy hybrid to see people who are a combination of collectors on the one hand and investors on the other hand. They buy the coin because it's beautiful, but if it increases in value, they take a photograph of that coin, put it on the wall, and go to the cash window and celebrate. You're hearing about cash window, you're enticed, you're waiting for your coin. All right. So, looking at the current marketplace today, John Albanese and I, before were talking about this, there are little or no premiums on $20 gold pieces. Who here noticed that if you wanted to buy a common date $20 gold piece, a Lib 20 or a St. Gordon's Double Eagle, graded AU 58 or Mint State 60 or 61 or 62, even in some cases 63, that the premiums on there above the melt value of the gold is de minimis. It's very low. Showing of hands? Right. So that brings up the questions: what's going to happen in the future? Are we going to see stagflation, where we see high inflation and high unemployment? Are we going to see some rate cuts and a soft landing or a hard landing? We're certainly going to see more government spending, no matter who's elected president, and that's going to create an environment of inflation and probably higher gold prices. Who here thinks gold could go to $3,000 an ounce? Who thinks gold could go to $5,000 an ounce? Who thinks gold could go to $10,000 an ounce? Eventually, I think it'll get there. Ongoing armed conflicts, everything is inflationary. Who thinks Donald Trump is going to win the election? Now, I'm not asking you who you're going to vote for. I'm asking you, who do you think will win the election? I have a degree in politics, and it's well known who I vote for. There are books that have published my political persuasion, but I think that Harris right now is going to win. Now, who thinks Harris will win? That's based on my scholarly work as a political analyst. I think if the election were today, Harris would win. Has nothing to do with what my political views are. All right, the new power order, CAC Grading, Numismatic Guarantee Company, Professional Coin Grading Service, all in alphabetical order. Have all of you purchased coins with these familiar acronyms on them, PCGS or NGC? Yes, you have, good, okay. And I'm going to reiterate the coins in focus and that are rising, and people certainly right now, they're focusing on great early U.S. gold coins, especially proof gold trophy coins will continue to maintain their values, and carefully selected AU55 CAC and AU58 CAC grade verified early gold coins, these can sometimes upgrade. Anyone here ever upgrade a coin, buy a coin as AU58 and get it regraded as a 61? You have. Well, you get something for that. You want to come up here and tell us about it? What did you upgrade, Vincent?
Was 1895 Morgan dollar.
And what grade was it before, and what did you upgrade it to?
58.
What was it?
It was a 58.
And what did you upgrade the 58 to?
61.
61, congratulations. One round of applause for him. Okay. And non-CAC MS62 Plus early gold coins can sometimes upgrade to the full MS63 or higher grade. Certified Acceptance Corporation, CAC became a full grading service. Are their graders rock stars? We certainly know John Albanese is a rock star. He's going to be with us to talk about CAC in just a moment. CAC stickered coins are in high demand. There's that very familiar CAC logo, and that coin on the right is the first coin that I sold that was in a CAC slab. And here we have a Mint State 65 CAC 1927 St. Gordon's Double Eagle. And here is a photograph of CAC founder John Albanese. The big question that I'm asking John today is, can CAC grading maintain these tight standards? John, tell our audience, what's your opinion here?
Can you repeat the question, Scott? I'm sorry, it was a little bit muffled. What was the question about standards?
Can CAC Grading LLC maintain these tight standards? So you're holding up two St. Gordon's Double Eagles graded by CAC Grading LLC, as Mint State 65. And it's no secret that some other grading services might grade these coins 65 plus or 66. So can CAC maintain the tight standards on these coins and on other coins?
Well, you say the word can, or first of all, as you know, we have grading sets in Virginia Beach as well that we've all assembled, and the word is can. It's not even really. It's not even a matter of. Can I put this into the correct words? But first of all, we will not loosen our grading standards. We will close down before we do that. So when you say strict grading standards, like in my opinion, like I look at coins all day. My graders in Virginia Beach, we see coins all day. We don't think our grading standards are strict. We just think our grading standards represent what we believe the collectors want to see in a holder. So I don't think someone says strict, I just say accurate. Shouldn't say that. And that's just our standard. And if we can't do it our way, we're just not going to do it. It's very simple.
So do we have any questions for John Albanese? Yes, come on up. What's your question? Yes. So we have a gentleman in the audience who already received a beautiful coin, and he's really earning that. He wants a second coin. All right, what's your question for John?
Let's see, let me think. You made me lose my train of thought. Oh, my question is, will you ever show any of your grading standards, the sets that you have as a grading standard at a coin show where the public can see it?
John, did you hear that? The gentleman wanted to know if you're ever going to display the grading set that CAC uses at a coin show so the public knows what the standards are.
Yeah, so the grading set it's not complete right at the moment. At the A&A, we did have quite a few examples there. We did share with Seth Chandler for his educational seminar for the younger guys, but we're certainly not hiding it. We're constantly building it. We bought 4 or 5 coins at the show. It's not a secret. So I think over time as well, and even for the CAC stickering company, over time we didn't really have necessarily a grading set, but we just have explained that what you see on the floor, whether it's a CACG holder or a CAC sticker, I mean, it's the same standard, same grading set. I had one of our top guys here, Bill Wetzler, was in Virginia Beach grading last week, and they'll send someone here if we need them. So we're sort of interchanging. There's really 4 finalizers. So to answer the question, we're planning on being 100% transparent. We will have the grading set on the website. So, but I have to warn you that I don't have the ability. I don't know if anyone who I consider a top grader has the ability to actually grade coins by pictures. Circulated coins, possibly. You can see certain things because it's more of a mathematical equation. But when it comes to an MS-63 barber half or an MS-64 barber half, you really can't tell by photographs. So you have to see the coin. But we are planning on, again, the grading set. We are planning on having hundreds and thousands of coins in it over the years, and we're going to keep building it. It's an evolving thing, and we'll be as transparent as we practically can be.
Thank you, John. Is there anything else that you want to tell the audience about CAC? You are speaking not just to the audience here, which has grown, but also to the entire convention center. They have this thing set up, if you recall, so that when you speak on the microphone, the whole convention center can hear what you're saying. All the dealers will hear what your announcement is. So here's your opportunity to speak to the whole floor, John.
Yeah, I mean, first of all, I don't have an announcement, but I do find again, because we try to communicate with our weekly newsletters and coins of the week, but I'm sure there's probably more questions I can answer that might actually induce better comments. So,
all right, do we have any more questions for John Albanese? You have a question, and you can get a free coin for formulating a question? Yeah, what's your question to John Albanese at CAC? We'll give you a coin. The $300 one with his autograph. Come on up here and ask a question. The gentleman is coming up, and he's going to ask a question. So what's your question to John Albanese?
I was interested in the security for the coins, the stickers. What kind of security procedures do they have? For the specific...
For the holders, right.
For the holders, yes.
Okay. So, John, just a moment here. So do you want a peace dollar or a Morgan dollar? Morgan dollar. All right, here you go. Congratulations. Thank you, Jeffrey. And, John, what is your answer about the security of the CAC holder?
Well, we spent quite a bit of time on the holder. That was probably the most time we spent on any of the projects for our startup, and it was literally 18 months. The first thing we did was, we had to protect the coin as well too. So by protecting the coin, we chose the best plastic, most expensive plastic, and we also use archival paper. So there's no acids or sulfurs in the paper. We use archival ink There's no glue inside the holder, so everything we did was to protect the coin. That was the most important thing. And then in terms of the holder, there are hidden security features in our hologram, which we can't discuss. But there's also a QR code there, which enables you to go to our website and to match up the photographs of the coin. So if you haven't, like right now, I'm looking at an 1879 trade dollar in Proof 67, right, which is magnificent. And if you were to go to our website, you could see a picture of that coin, right, as opposed to, gee, this coin's brilliant. Well, the one on the website is owned, right? So it would sort of, if someone's gonna copy everything, it'd be very difficult to do because we have the backup photography. So we're doing everything we can. You never know what's going to come out of Asia, but we're doing everything we can to stop it. And it's certainly a priority for us.
All right. Warm round of applause for John Albanese for everything he's done for our industry and for his participation today. And any other background you want to give us on these special coins with your autograph, John, before we move to the next slide?
What was that, Scott? I'm sorry.
All right. Thank you, John. You're welcome to stay on here if people have some more questions in the next few minutes. We have some CAC topics. If you want to stay on the phone a couple of minutes, we'll keep you there. All right. Good. All right. Good. So John is with us here. So moving along to the next topic. The coin industry is at a crossroads right now. Pricing and other data is available with the click of a mouse or request of a voice. But you can forget artificial intelligence. AI is not going to be in the future of grading services, in my opinion. Now, John, as long as you're here, what's your opinion of AI? Is this going to be something that's going to be a substitute for human opinions at grading services?
I mean, I would look for it to happen. It was certainly alleviating a lot of our problems of finding talent. But my impression of AI is that someone has to put the information inside the software for it to react. So if you have a competent team of graders teaching AI, it's possible. But the problem is standards are different between one individual or another. So I could speak to experience and knowledgeable collectors and dealers, and we might have a different standard. So even if there is AI, if we have AI one day, some people will still disagree with it. So I don't know if it's possible. It is subjective. Some people like toning, some people don't. Well, is AI going to like toning or not? Will AI be able to determine if it's artificially toned or not? And I got to tell you, the artificial toning is becoming, they're getting better and better by replicating the process using sulfur and humidity. And I don't think AI can tell that. Even my friends my old friends at Bell Lab and Lucent, who invented Intercept, were unable to tell chemically through their expensive equipment whether a coin was enhanced, whether a coin had 50-year toning or whether it has 50-day toning. They couldn't tell. So I would say that, the jury's out on AI. I'm pessimistic about it, at least for the near term.
Well, what's interesting is, although coin grading is a process of subjective evaluation, it's a consensus of subjectivity. When it comes to authenticating a coin, that's not subjective. And we do have an incredible series of machines from Sigma Metalytics, which make it possible for all of you to authenticate, even at home, your gold bullion and your coins, to tell if something you have really is real gold, something is fake gold or plated. The Sigma Metalytics machine has a sensor. You can have a coin in a plastic slab from a grading service. John Albanese actually taught me a few years ago about these incredible machines. Has anyone here ever used a machine from Sigma Metalytics to authenticate your gold bullion, your silver bullion, your rare coins. So we have with us today, who's going to speak briefly about Sigma Metalytics and its machines, the largest distributor in the United States, who's just become authorized to sell the machines on Amazon, who I bought my machine from initially. And this is a revolutionary thing. So I'm going to ask Alex Gregory to please step up to the podium. Alex, come on up and tell us about the Sigma Metalytics machine, what it does, and how it can benefit the average consumer. How many, first of all, you told me you sold thousands, 3,500. What's the price point of these, and what do these machines do?
Thanks for the introduction, Scott. These machines vary in cost. They range from about $900 all the way up to $2,900. We've been partnered with Sigma Metalytics since 2021. We have sold about 3,500 units globally, and we are currently one of their largest global distributors. So we have a good relationship with those guys and certainly enjoy selling their products.
So how does this machine work? What's the technology behind this?